Historical Commission is working with Fitchburg State University on a project about the Italian history of Leominster.
Right.
How long have you guys been working on this project?
I've been working since about May of last year.
Yes.
And John was almost the same time.
Yeah. Rocky started, and I've been helping him out. And
Hey.
because I lived in this town, because I recognized most of the people.
What kind of information are you gathering from people?
Well, we're coming up with finding out what regions they came from, and what they did for a living back, and what they were doing in Italy, why they came to the United States. That was very important.
Have you been surprised by any of your discoveries so far?
Oh, yes.
Oh yes,
I mean, we're gathering the people, talking to each other, and little stories that people would tell us, like the regions were considered almost entirely different, like in Fitchburg and Leominster. A Fitchburg girl would not go out with the Leominster boys and that type deal, until finally it started to, as they stayed here longer, they started breaking that barrier off.
Yeah, their dialects were 40, 50 miles changed your whole way of talking to different people there. My folks were like 80 miles apart, and you almost needed an interpreter to talk between the two of them.
Okay. And what sort of, when they all came to Leominster, what were the businesses? Why did they come to Leominster?
Well, first of all, a little bit had to do with the Clinton Dam. But then there was all the jobs in the little factories. The lowest jobs on the list. The local people didn't want to work on it, and they brought.
Rocky was saying that they were recruited often, though.
Yeah.
People went to Italy and brought them back.
Oh yeah. They worked as in a lot of places. They worked as groups of Italians. They had their own boss who was responsible to what company they were working with.
On the Clinton Dam, I asked the state archives if they could give us the names of people that worked there. And they came back to me and said they used to hire a foreman who in turn got the workers. So there's no really record of what Italians worked there. Now my wife's grandfather, I know for sure worked there, because he would leave Fitchburg at 2 o'clock in the morning, take the trolley to the dam, work all day at the dam, then come back again. And he worked until it was finished.
What is the most important discovery you guys have found in your research?
People like their heritage and want to know more about it, including myself. I think that's the most important thing. I didn't realize it. I didn't care to learn anything about Italy until I got older and see what my parents went through to give us this opportunity.
Okay. How long will this project be going? How long do you figure before you wrap it up?
Ongoing. It's basically, we're setting up a base for research at the Fitchburg State University for people to go there and look up things, as well as hoping to get it onto the web too, so people can research that way too.
Yeah.
It's a big project, and we were over there as guests, and they showed us what they're doing. They're making a special library, archives, and anything we can give to them. So we're asking people, let us borrow and give us permission to reproduce anything, movies, slides, photographs, or anything. We've already got movies that we had help from LATV to put on disc. And so that we now have things going through. I'm now going through St. Anna's archives, and they're letting me digitize anything on the history of the church.
Okay. And the libraries also helped us out with information.
Yeah.
They've got archives on some of the Italian highlights over the years. So like Rocky says, try to get everything into the Leominster Historical Commission.